What's up? So I had an interesting question asked to me recently. Baseball caps or Kango hats? Which one is which is more cooler? Which do I say? Oh, this is a good one because um more people, especially cats, rock more baseball caps overall. I mean with the logo, the design, the drip, the whole thing. I think that drip gets more attention if I'm being honest about it. Um I think that baseball caps have had more flair. Um, I remember back in the day, um, you used to just rock your favorite team. It was always rough rocking your team, but then it just became more fashionable. Now I got to ask the question about what basketball, football does it hit like baseball caps? Not quite the same. Most time when people rock those, they're more loyal. But there's something about the baseball hats. Like I noticed with the caps, the drip, they just have more drip to them. Yankees, Dodgers caps was huge. Uh, you know, White Sox caps was huge. People were putting them in songs, back in the day. So I thought the baseball one, like NBA jerseys were big, football jerseys were big to an extent, but the baseball caps were the ones that I think got more notoriety though, if I'm honest about it. The baseball caps had that dynamic thing going, and people were kind of like vibing with those. I would say if I was gonna say something about them, they're the ones that kind of had that flair, that flavor, if you will. I thought that they, kind of carried that kind of sway. But and I remember I've seen a lot of people rocking caps for different reasons and different things, and it's been more baseball related. But Kangos, when they started flipping them to the back, they took a life of their own, you know. And I know in hip hop, and I also know with Michael Jordan, Samuel Jackson, different people was rocking the Kangos to the back, especially on the East Coast. That was the thing to do back in the 80s and 90s. If you had a Kango, uh, Kangos were real popular. The midnight blue, dark, they hit styling, the logo. They was definitely the way to go. So it's one of those things that if you ask somebody what they deck out in, you know. But Kangos were more they were more East Coast trendy, I would say more so. If I had to say. I did see some people rocking them in different places, but more so real happening in the East Coast, with how they were flowing. But the ball caps, when they started doing with the rocking the brims or rocking them to the back, or then they started with the visors and stuff, you could just do more with the baseball caps. So I think it's a really cool question. I mean, I didn't even really even think about it until I had